It is a sin making lies up.
It's true, Mama. She was as real as you are.
Why would the Mother of God choose you? What's so special about you?
It could have been the devil. He often disguises himself.
I've come for the seers. See what you've done? You deceived everyone.
I have to go. I promised the lady I would go back.
We start with Portuguese actor Joaquim de Almeida, who plays Father Ferreira, but he's also a huge fan of Dallas.
The first time I've seen your performance was on another show that was shot here in Dallas and kind of based around Dallas also. You got it.
I had a good time in Dallas. I mean, only 2 years, then they killed me. What can I say?
I know, I was disappointed to see that. But you know, we're nice people here and we have great food. So, you know, when all this pandemic stuff is done, you know, we would welcome you back with open arms. But, you know, your character in Fatima is much different from what I've seen you do before. I thought, well, that's a changing character.
To tell you the truth, I think I've played, what, 6 to 8 priests?
Oh, well, here's the big question now is, are you a person of faith?
No.
I was going to say that I bet you there's going to be some irony here.
No, not at all. My mother was a person of faith. My mother was quite religious. My father was not at all. So in the house, we chose one thing or the other. And being from Portugal, you know, Fatima is a story that we were told.
Actress Lúcia Moniz portrays young Lucia's mother in the movie, and like Joaquim mentioned, the story of the children and the sun miracle is a common one told in her country of Portugal.
I was aware of the story, every Portuguese is, and I ended up also visiting Fatima as well for the film, for some research about the character, about the characters actually, Lúcia and her mother. But it was not just visiting a place. Was visiting a place with a very strong energy. In the beginning, it felt uncomfortable. I felt that I wasn't part of it. And as I spent more time there around those people and in that space, I ended up feeling part of this energy that is all focused on the good will.
When I went to the church where Jacinta Francisco and Lucia were buried as saints, I swear I almost cried. I really did.
That's so sweet.
And yeah. Like a sculpture of Jacinta and Francisco and Lucia. It was really, really emotional when I went there.
And did you know this is young actress Alejandra Howard's first movie ever? Way to go, Alejandra. There's been other movies recounting the children's visions during World War I in Fatima. This is Joaquim's second Fatima production, in fact, but the movie perspectives are much different.
This one, I like it better because it's a film that you are a believer or non-believer. It's based on facts. And I like the fact that Harvey Keitel plays this character that comes to ask Lucia, what would you answer if people tell you this is a hoax? And we have to understand that there are parallels with what's happening today. Two of the kids died of the Spanish flu 2 years later. People were desperate for hope, for faith. The church tried to, in the beginning they don't believe it, they tried to put it down. But the kids' strength is so much that the thing grew. And well, 103 years later, thousands of people go to Fatima every year. So I think the story had to be told.
Who are you?
I come from heaven.
At the beginning, I didn't really believe this miracle, but then being Jacinta in the movie was kind of hard to not believe it with all of these evidence and all of these people that actually saw it. It was like living in it.
Faith begins at the edges of understanding.